working at chairs.
Cheers. Come sit with us. Let's talk about yoga.
It is for everybody.
Whatever's going to keep bringing you back to the mat. A little bit of philosophy. Talk about poses. We do a lot of laughs. We drink a little.
We're just real and authentic. Come as you are.
Real authentic yogis that want to talk to everybody.
Everybody.
Come sit with us as we talk about yoga. What is episode
17, dude.
7?
Yeah, one day we're not going to be able to tell you what episode it is.
I feel like I'm surprised every time we do this.
Isn't that crazy?
That?
17.
Okay, episode 17.
17.
So, yeah, your intention this morning about dropping all of your masks.
Yeah, your badges, your hats, your
all
masks.
The things that you wear, all the responsibilities that you wear throughout the day in your life and your job.
Right.
To then show up and you can drop all of that. So we talk a lot here about being authentic. Right? And I've had a lot of authentic experiences today.
Yes.
Actually. But it's really like when you step onto your mat to be able to drop. We have a lot of, let me take it back. We have a lot of different types of students here.
Yeah.
And some of them are like big wigs in their job.
Yes.
Right? I guess technically I'm a big wig in my job. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say definitely. I mean, you're a business owner.
I don't know. But like you wear a lot of hats. I have 3 children. So I've worn that hat for a very long time.
You're a spouse.
I'm a spouse.
So you're a wife.
I am a sister. I'm a daughter.
Yes.
I'm all the things.
Man, I didn't even think about that earlier
Business
today.
Owner. Yeah, so all the things. And when I step onto the mat, I'd love to be reminded you can drop all those titles and just be human being.
You.
It's one of my favorite phrases to use, and I think not everyone understands when I say it. You can just be a human being.
Just
be
you experiencing the world in your lenses.
A human being.
Not, well, I have to experience this experience as
a boss, as a spouse, as a mom, as a sister, as a brother, as a anything other than I am a human being.
Right.
And I am carving out this time to just be me.
Just be me.
Be me.
Because this is what I need for just this hour. Because it's really, I mean, there's 24 hours in every day. And if we can carve out one hour of this time to just be ourselves. I mean, as an adult, which, I mean, we invite all ages into the studio, you know, but the majority is from their 20s to their 70s.
Yeah.
That's a big group. We have people who just graduated. Yeah, like just graduated high school, going to college. Maybe you're not going to college. Maybe you just went to the workforce, and all the way up to retirees. I mean, that's a lot of different job titles.
Yeah.
Not even just job titles, the parental titles, you know, spousal titles, or let's say you don't have kids or a spouse, but you still have jobs. You still have, well, I'm a child of a parent, or I have these expectations of me. Yeah, I have these expectations, these judgments based upon me from society.
And you can drop all of that here. And I love getting a reminder of that, which is why I loved your intention today, which also, because for a long time, I didn't do intentions. And I was like, look, intentions can look a lot of ways. It can literally just be a phrase. It doesn't have to be. And like your intention today landed so well with me. I have a lot in my life going on. I have my second grandbaby on the way. Super excited for that. But they're having some things going on.
Right.
And so I'm managing that. And then I have a 17-year-old still at home that is entering his, senior year in high school. I have that going on. I have an almost 3-year-old grandbaby. I am a spouse. I am a business owner. I am all the things.
Hats.
And so I have
Hats,
all the
badges.
hats. And I think one of my favorite things, my oldest son, who is giving my second grandbaby, that is my oldest son, is giving me my second grandbaby, and I'm so excited. Theo, that's his name. Theo. Every time I picture him, I just picture him with glasses because my son had glasses
I love it.
when he was little bitty. Anyways, that's here nor there. But when it actually was end of last year, towards the end of last year, and we were growing. Studio was growing, and I was gonna start teacher training. I was gonna do a dive deeper in the year. I was gonna do all of these things, right? And my oldest son, when he was like, Mom, just because you can wear all the hats doesn't mean you have to.
That's right.
And I was so grateful for that because I hired you. I hired you not just because of his words, but it helped. It definitely helped because I've been a one-man show we've been open 5.5 years, and I have been a one-man show for 5.5 years. And I've worn all the hats. I've done all the things. Everything the studio ever did.
Right.
It was all me.
It was yours. I mean, it was your baby. It was your thing. Yeah.
And I think it still is my baby. However, I found over time there were certain things that I loved to do that I stopped doing because I was so overwhelmed with certain hats.
Pressure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to spend so much time doing these things. And so end of last year is when I really, like, my son said that to me. We had several conversations about it. He gave it to me straight. I raised him well. I will say that. I raised him well. He talks to me like I talk to him. I hear my words repeated back to me often, and I'm grateful for it. I don't always love to hear them, but I am grateful for it. And that was when, he kept saying, you have worn all the hats for years. Just because you can, right? You have done it. You've done it all these years. Doesn't mean you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hired a yoga manager, teacher, a studio
manager.
yoga manager, whatever.
Same
thing. I hired that, and it freed up some of my time from doing some of the things that I was doing. I took off some of those hats so I could actually wear some of the hats that were important to me. And so when you talked about that this morning in class about taking off the hats and everything, I really, I had this visual of I do that. I wear a lot of hats, and I could actually visually see me taking off some of those hats so I could put on the hats that were important to me.
I love that.
And this morning was magical. Just gonna say that it was magical because I had an epiphany this morning of I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna try not to cry because I had a vision of what this place could be and what I could grow it to be. And I'm not sure I would be where I am today. No, I'm gonna make you cry.
I love you.
Because I took on all the things. I took on all the hats, and I could have continued to do that. However, I couldn't have continued to do that and grown the way we've grown. I don't think the two could go hand in hand. So because I took a leap of faith, because I've never paid anyone to. I feel like this has just become like our lunch now. This is the conversation we have at lunch. Welcome to our lunch, okay? I don't think that we could be where we are today had I not outsourced to you.
I love that. I love that you trust me with such a important hat.
It's my baby.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that you trust that I would care for it in a way that you would as well.
And you do.
I do. I hope it's the same in vision that you have for it as well, because I do. But at the same time, it's so important. Yes, this is the baby,
The baby.
the baby, and we're baby teachers until we grow more. But
but it also translates to anybody that comes in here. So I took a little skirt moment, bear with me, because that was just a whole moment. I had to say it. But it does translate to anybody coming in here because we literally have students of all walks of life.
Definitely.
Some that are vice presidents of companies. We have people that own their own company. We have people that don't work at all, but they are a mom, and that is like one of the
That is a
hardest
job in
jobs.
itself.
I've done it. It is the hardest job. I would take the job I have today over a stay-at-home mom any day because it just is. It is harder. It's 24/7. We have students of all walks of life. And so when we talk about being authentic, right? And we talk about that's what our whole podcast is. That's what we started it for, was being authentic. I'll be real authentic. I'm about
Should
I'm gonna take another sip of my margarita. That is just authentic. That is the conversations we have when we've had a little bit to drink. But we have all these different walks of life, and we have people that come in for class and they come in like in business attire, and they look so stunning, by the way.
Yes.
And they come in and they change into yoga clothes, and then they leave and they get back into their business clothes and they leave. And I'm just always astounded. We feel all of these roles outside of this place, and it is the one place that I know of in my life. Now you may have other places, I don't know. This is the one place I know of in my life that I can come and literally strip all of that away and just be a human learning how to be.
Right.
And I love that. So when we talk about authenticity, this is part of that authenticity and showing up. And it doesn't matter. And I mean, to be fair, today's our advanced class. I don't like to use that word, but it is what it is, right? Friday is our advanced class. We try advanced postures. We try whatever. We try for them. Sometimes we get them. Sometimes we don't. I got a little bit. I got a
This
little.
is great. Everybody did amazing because you know what? They tried and they played and they had fun.
Yeah.
And they groaned and they giggled and they were
Did
just
a lot of groaning.
they were just them. They were just themselves.
Yeah.
That's all I asked for today.
Yeah. And I think that's incredible because like we ask you to come to yoga, and at the beginning of all my classes, I ask you to separate this time in one way or the other. I ask you separate this time from the rest of your life.
From just leave it all out there.
And this is here. This is now.
Just 1 hour.
And when we talk about being authentic, I can think of several Friday classes that I have shown up for, and I didn't try anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try anything that you called because it just wasn't for me that day. And that's okay. That is being authentic.
You and yourself.
That is being authentic. There have been several times that I could think of. Sometimes I try all the things. Mm-hmm. I do all the things.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. And then other times, like today, I sat out for like a third of the things.
Yeah, you worked it today.
I worked it today.
Yeah.
And I did things that I didn't even know I could do. But that is like part of that being truly authentic, being a human being, just showing up on your mat and learning how to just magical.
And that I feel like me personally, I feel like that's really hard sometimes. And I'm literally an instructor. It's not like I have a job outside. I mean, I do, but like I don't have like a corporate job, or I'm not.
We're just talking about you're the manager.
I know, but I'm not wearing like a lot of other hats outside of. I'm not a parent. I mean, I have dogs. I'm a dog parent. So
I'm a grandparent.
Exactly. Like there's a lot of hats that I don't wear that a a lot of people in this space do wear. And I feel like that's very important because I know I personally am learning to find myself. And I think it's important for everyone to find themselves. And it's hard to do that when we wear all these other hats. Well, I've got to show up on my mat as an executive. I've got to show up on my mat as
Vice president.
Yeah, or
As a
I'm
mom.
yes.
As a grandma.
You
I
don't.
don't like that word.
No,
To be
yeah.
fair, I don't like the word. I mean, I don't use that word. I am a
Honey.
honey. That's what they got me.
I mean, you don't, like, you can, at the end of the day, like, you are still a person. Like, you are still a person. No matter, you are still you. Like, what's important to you? How do you want to show up in this hour, regardless of what anyone else is expecting of you?
Yeah. To be fair, until I started yoga, till I really got in the thick of it, and I started learning some of the emotional work that we like do in the Dive Deeper program and all of those things. Until I started doing that, I still remember when I asked you in teacher training, because that's part of the emotional work, when I asked you, who are you? And you're like, I didn't know how to answer that.
Who am I?
Other than the roles that I played. That's all I knew how to answer.
Those hats.
The hats that I wore. That is who I was. But I've been a mom since I was 19 years old. You know, I was a baby, having a baby. And so like I've been a mom the majority. I'm 40 now. I've been a mom since I was 19. I was pregnant at 18. So the majority of my life, over half my life, I have been a mother. And so that is like a role I took on. And it's really hard to find places that you can put that role down. You can set that down and none of that matters here. Right. And so when we talk about being really authentic, those are the things that I think about. I think because I have carried some of these titles for so long. I've been married since I was 19. I was a mom since I was 19. I didn't really know any other world outside of that until I found yoga. And it really asks you to strip all of that away and just be a human.
A human.
Just be a human.
Nothing else. Literally.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. And that sounds crazy when you really think about it.
Yeah.
It is, and I think sometimes that's scary. I think you take on those roles so much and they become your personality. They become who you are.
That feels comfortable.
Yes. And once you start stripping down, well, I am not this employee. I'm not this spouse. I'm not this parent.
I'm just a human.
Who am I truly showing up? Who is this? And I think sometimes that can be terrifying. You know, like, who am I? What you tell me to strip all these badges and do what I want to do here on the mat and be playful, but I don't know how to be because I don't know how to be me without these titles.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be authentic.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be who I am. And that's terrifying to some extent, you know, to maybe not to all, but to some people. I know for me, for a while, it was scary. I don't know what I like. I don't know what makes me comfortable or uncomfortable as someone who's been a parent, grandparent, parent for so long. I know, not for very long, but just a parent for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know,
well, 21. My oldest son is 21.
Yeah.
My daughter is turning 20 in a few days. So 21 years that I've been a parent, and I still have one in the home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still have a 17-year-old at home. And so it's wild to think about that role. My role as a parent will never be gone.
Never be gone.
I will always be a mom, but
different.
The capacity within that role will change.
Right.
And it has with my older two. So it's bizarre. It is bizarre. And so like me now figuring out who I am outside of those roles. Now, mind you, I was so young when I started having kids. So I didn't really get to figure out who I was before I had kids. But figuring that out now is wild. It is a wild experience.
And only having an hour.
Yeah.
Only. And getting an opportunity, an hour of your day.
Yeah.
You know, stopping at the door.
And that's if you come every day.
Yeah. And that's if you come every day.
And I think that it is why, like, I work so hard on the Dive Deeper program because, like, well, I mean, you didn't take Dive Deeper with me. However, you did the work that is in Dive Deeper through teacher training.
I did.
And it is, it's why I came up with it, because I really struggled with this separation of worlds, and they should mesh together. Right. And so, like,
it's hard.
Yeah. So figuring out for me, like, I feel these things on my mat, right? I cry on my mat. I have these epiphanies on my mat. I feel a type of way. I feel some types of ways on my mat.
Definitely.
And so, like, how can I take that and learn from it? And that's really where the Dive Deeper program came from, because felt things and I learned things and all of this stuff. And then it's like, how do I teach this to other people?
How do I move this
so other people can understand what's happening? And so it's really cool. People sign up, and I'm really excited.
And
I thoroughly also see you looking.
I do. Let's just keep looking at.
In case no one else noticed, Michael got engaged.
I did get engaged.
It's so beautiful.
It's so pretty. I feel that's truly the word to use. An evolution of finding myself on the mat, showing up as myself, finding me, who I am, with no hats, no badges, who I am, to work through what I am experiencing and what I need to experience through that Dive Deeper program that I experienced through teacher training, and being able to work through and understand the emotions that I am feeling on my mat. Why is this coming up? And because I was able to acknowledge, this is why I'm feeling these feelings, and this is why these feelings are arising, because it hasn't been worked on. It hasn't been, faced on head first. I haven't put down these masks yet. I've been wearing them every day for quite a while. And when I finally have released them and did the work and allowed my mat to be a mirror, we talk about it a lot. When I allowed my mat to be a mirror and listen to those who love me and who really want the best for me, I've been able to work through these feelings and emotions that I've been experiencing, and internally just going through and feeling them just go round and round and around. I'm able to be like, oh, I need to work through this, because on the end, there are amazing things waiting, not just engagements, and love, but opportunities of all sorts. They're waiting.
They just show up as your best self.
And my best self, and who I am meant to be. Yeah. And that's truly how I feel like I am meant to be this person. I know, I'm sorry, it's right here. It's just, it's something that I've always worked towards, but I just never felt like it was right, because I was never able because I wore all these hats, these badges, these masks. It's got to be this way. It's got to be a certain way because so-and-so said it was, and that's just what I showed up as. And they didn't matter. They weren't me. And that's really why my intention the past 2 weeks has been just be you, because honestly, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And if you don't show up as you, who you really are, how is everyone around you going to love you or appreciate you to the fullness, to 100%? Like your kids, your employers, your spouse. I feel like yourself. How are you going to appreciate yourself in anything in your life 100% if you don't appreciate yourself as who you are? And that's serious. Like that, it all starts with self, and that just means so much to me. And if you can't take off your badges and your hats and just show up for yourself, no one else can. And that just speaks so loud to me. And that's why I've been teaching the past 2 weeks, because it has taught me a lot the past couple of months. Who cares if you're a lot? Because the people who...
Exactly.
Eggs go find less, because the people who matter in your life will love you for a lot. They will love you that you're alive.
I love you the way you are.
I love you the way
I've
you are.
always loved you the way you are.
And that means so much. Like, after 30 plus years of being told you're too much or that you're a lot, it means so much to me that that's okay.
You're just enough for me.
Yeah, like, you're the perfect amount of a lot. You're the perfect amount. Like that.
For some people, you're the perfect amount for some people.
Some people, and for the people who's not, that's okay. But like at this door, when you walk in, that's all we ask.
Yeah.
It's just to be you. Bring your a lot.
Yeah.
Bring your little. Bring your
bring tears. Bring your laughter. I had someone, a couple of days ago started crying in class. I personally love that because I release so many emotions in this space. And some of them, I can't even tell you why. I can't even tell you why I was crying, but I bawled my eyes out. And I don't know. I stopped questioning why, to be honest. I just stopped even asking, was just like, well, I needed to release that. And the person beside them was like, I heard it and I wanted to just swoop them in my arms. And honestly, I think that's the worst thing that you could have done, because what you actually did was the most empowering thing. You held space for them.
Yes.
You held space for them to feel what they were feeling, which was incredible, because we've all done that. If you had been, in my opinion, if you have been taking yoga for any type of time, you have had emotions on your mat. And if you haven't, then maybe try a new studio. I'm just saying.
No, for real.
That's here nor there. But I think that's just so common. Like, right? Like, our emotions get stuck in our tissues and in our joints and all these things. And when you go to put all of that in motion, it brings it back up. And so all these emotions start coming back up. And I don't even know why I'm crying sometimes. I stop questioning.
Right.
I just let it happen. And obviously that needed to get out of my system. So I just let it happen.
And it feels good.
Feels good.
It feels
so cathartic.
Feels
And
so good.
I feel like so refreshed.
And cleansed. It's like I've been holding this inside for so long, and now I'm in a safe space to where I can release it. And I think sometimes, just me personally speaking, I feel like this is personally a space where I can come in here and release.
This is my therapy.
Literally my
This is
therapy.
my therapy.
Just, I can come in here when I lost my fat man. I can come in here and grieve him.
Yeah.
And I can feel that, and it be safe and it be comfortable and it's okay. And people will be like, they'll look at me afterwards and give me a hug. No words even needed. And sometimes it's not. Some people don't even know,
They don't even know what it's about.
They don't even know what's happening. They're like, but I feel like I need to hug you. And I love that, because I'm like, thank you. Even with just the engagement, like, it's just really, it's happy tears. I've been kind of experiencing very happy, like, surreal. I cannot believe this is happening. Like, I can't, it's just an honor that this love has found me. And that's just a magical, like, this is unreal. This can't be real. It's just happy tears. But I know no matter what, inside these four walls, I'm held in such a safe place that I can feel those feelings and it be okay. No one around me, the teacher, the students, no one in this space is going to judge me. If anything, someone's going to embrace me.
Yeah.
And
it's you that will judge you.
It's me.
Before anyone else.
No one in here has any ill will.
No.
This community, and I hope many communities out there experience it, because this is what yoga. It is a family.
It's a family.
This is what yoga should be about, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is what I read about. This is that feeling. And if it's not that, I'm sorry, and I hope you can find it, because just the opportunity to pause. I love
when you repeat my words back to me.
I love it. just that pause to embrace and find gratitude for this place, this space, this love for me to just be me,
a human being.
and that is an authentic, watered down yogi.
Westernized yogi.
Yeah. And so hard to explain. And we have some yogis in here who will say that it's an experience that you have to have. It's not something you can explain to people who don't get it.
No.
It's something that you have to come in and experience for yourself to understand.
Yeah.
And because that feeling is just, it's undescribable.
So
sometimes.
my dream before I built this place, what I envisioned, and when I talk about envision, it was really a feeling. I wanted a place that you walked in and it felt like a warm hug.
That's what it is.
That's how I envisioned it. It's what I wanted. And I knew I had to have like particular teachers in order to have that. I knew you can't always control the community that comes in. However, I do believe that the universe is always like working with you.
Yes.
And so like our community has shifted. It has ebbed and flowed through the years. And I think it's always been what it needed to be at the time. It needed to be that.
Yes.
And it has shifted a lot over the years. And so like now we are in this space. We've been open over 5 years. And we have a very large community now compared to what we were. And some of them are very new to yoga. And some of them have been with me from the beginning. And then we have everywhere in between. And it's really cool to see. Everyone is just so supportive of everyone. You don't have to live the same life as me to be supportive of me. You don't have to wear the same rules that I wear to be supportive. You don't have to be working on the same poses that I'm working on to be supportive of me. Like I said, I have said this from the beginning. If you are working at mastering the best warrior two, I think you're a badass. I think you are a badass if you're trying, because I'm also doing the same.
I am
also doing the same. I'm also working on some other things. But I think it's so cool to me to see a community of very different age ranges, very different yoga experience, working on different things, whole different levels of practices, different ways of life. I mean, you have it all, different age limits, different body sizes, different sexualities. You could name it across the board. We have it.
Diversity.
We have the diversity. The word didn't want to come out. That we have all of that here, and to watch the amount of support for all of it. Because when you get down to the root of it and you strip all those things away, you strip away what you're capable of, what your flexibility is, what you're working on, what your sexuality is, what your titles are, you can strip all of that away, which is what we ask you to do when you step into this space. You can leave all that outside the door. And so it's really cool because when you step into this space, none of that matters. You're just a human.
Right.
You're just a human being.
Just a person.
Ooh, you're trying for a funky arm, whatever. I'm going to applaud you because that's hard shit.
It is.
That's hard.
Even like I love how you say too. You coming down to child's pose. That's hard too. Like watching everybody work hard and you just take a note. I need to. Do you want to power today or do you want to rest today?
Today, I took about 5 minutes today sitting back on my heels, and I was in front row.
Yeah.
And I'm very aware. I am very aware. I am the owner here.
Right.
I'm very aware. No shame in my game.
No.
I sat back on my heels for about 5 minutes today, and I looked around a couple times because I could applaud the people that were trying things. It just wasn't at that moment. It wasn't for me today, and that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. I value authenticity so much, and I'm not sure people can really understand that until they do.
Right.
How much I value authenticity, whatever that looks like for you.
Remove your roles.
Yeah.
Remove your titles.
Yeah.
Remove everything you think you should be and just allow yourself to just be you and who you are. And I love that. I love that person. I love who you are. You don't have to tell me, oh well, I'm here and I do this, this and that. Wait, but who are you?
Which is also why, like, I really feel like, and I don't know, the people in my life could tell me differently. I really feel like who you see of me here at the studio, if you run into me even 3 margaritas deep somewhere,
right?
You're gonna get the same person
Come
that
sit
you
with
do
us.
here.
Let's talk about
work
yoga.
It
so
is for
hard
everybody.
on
Whatever's going to keep
authentic,
bringing
and
you
it's
back
really
to the mountains.
all I
A little
want
bit of
from other
philosophy.
people is
Talk
who are
about
you.
poses.
And if you don't
We
know
have a
the
lot of
answer to
laughs.
that
We
question,
drink a little.
that
We're
is
just
okay
real
too.
and authentic.
Because
Come as you
also,
are.
Real
that
authentic
was
yogis
me when
that want to talk to
7 years
everybody.
ago, 8
Everybody.
years ago,
Come
whenever
sit
it
with
was,
us as we
that
talk about
question
yoga.
got asked to me, I got nervous.
It's a nerve-wracking, a very nerve-wracking
And I
question.
realized I actually don't know. I actually don't know who I am.
Well,
And
let me get curious.
let me get curious with that. And it's why we have programs now, like the Dive Deeper program. Let's figure out who you are.
Right.
Let's figure out who you want to be. So let's figure out who you are. And let's also figure out who you want to be, and let's bridge the gap.
Right. And I'm so excited for the Dive Deeper program. And
We've got a couple of spots left.
there are a couple spots.
We've got a couple of spots left.
And that's it. Even if you're not unable, I highly recommend definitely signing up because it's wonderful. But if you're not able to do it this round, come the next one because it'll be available. But don't skip out. Don't sell yourself short. Come this opportunity. But also listen to these intentions that your teachers are speaking.
There's a deeper meaning to all of them.
There's such a deep, if you let it be, there will be some sort of deeper meaning. You will figure out what this deeper meaning is in the Dive Deeper program, so highly recommend. But be curious, wonder why am I getting emotional?
I love that phase.
I do. I'm absorbing it.
Get curious with it.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And because why am I unable to take these hats off? Why am I unable to take these badges off? Why am I unable to show up as just me? And that even though it's hard, there are opportunities to grow from it and learn why. If you want. And I think that's it's a good thing. And we'll touch on that in the future. I'm sure. Another podcast to come.
But in the spirit of authenticity,
I think it's dinner time.
End of the episode. Love you, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Love you, bye.